just move this side. You can't. I could have sworn you could do this before. Screen reader auto announce? I don't know what the heck that means. Sure, allow it access. Who cares? So I guess for a second, let's move this over here. Okay. Can't believe we're actually starting this. So I'm just going to start playing and then do an introduction as we go. So hello, I am Lavender Chief. This is going to be a Pokemon Platinum Professor Oak's challenge. Yes, that's a lie. Professor Oak's challenge is a way to play the game where before every gym you catch every Pokemon available. So this means like, oh, you have to get your starters, your early route birds. But on top of that, you're gonna have to get them fully evolved. This normally means a metric crap ton of grinding. That could be fun, could be not fun, depending on how you view things. Platinum is an exceptionally interesting Professor Oak's challenge because you have a very annoying mechanic very early on called Munchlax with the honey trees. And so I'm saying all that, well, I'm bringing that up to iterate that I'm going to be a boy. I bring that up to iterate that we might be restarting in a second. That's why the timer hasn't actually started. Because I'm like, well, there's no point in me starting it if then I'm going to turn around and unstart it. You know what I'm saying? I think that makes sense. But it's totally plausible that I have to restart it. Yeah. But I have a guide up. No, I clicked out of the screen. I have a guide up. Apparently you can type in the trainer ID number and it'll tell you which honey trees, at least 2 of them. I've actually done this Professor Oak's challenge before. Munchlax was not fun. I'm just gonna name him Barry because I don't really care. He was really, really god-awful, if we're being honest. He took, goodness, it had to be like 3-4 months to show up. As we get to that section, I'm sure we're gonna discuss why it's so broken and doesn't lend itself to being a fun part of the challenge. But I guess that in itself makes it a fun part of the challenge, right? Right, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't, but half of what I say doesn't really make sense. But I figure I'll do like 2-3 hours today, see how I feel about it. Maybe I'll do it again tomorrow. So I guess if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the Twitch link in the, I don't know, I'm literally pointing at a camera that's not on. I'll put the Twitch link in the description or in the comment maybe, so that way we can figure it out. You know, you can come over and watch. So our trainer ID number, oh goodness, I gotta be careful not to that button, yeah. Because that'll start the timer, 30850. So 2 of our Munchlax trees should be Route 221 and Route 208. Let me just make sure that's one of the good ones. It is not. Okay. So we are opening this bad boy up again. We are going to try again. A little obnoxious that we're going to have to do all that beginning part again, but I'm like, what is that notification I just got? And it's a notification on my second account, well, my main account, that I am streaming, which is pretty funny. I guess I might as well tune in to my own stream, right? Just for the sake of boosting that number up a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't lag the stream. It'd be pretty funny if it did. It is not my first adventure. I really wish it would start with the fast text. Last time I got lucky and got it on the first reset, so. But, you know, things like that don't always work out. I guess I should be pulling that back up. But yeah, so we're gonna have to go again through all the beginning part. Just for the sake of getting this Munchlax. But I guess I'll discuss that while we're sitting here. Last time I had actually gotten the Munchlax on a tree that was not one of the listed Munchlax trees. So I guess to explain the Munchlax thing, because we have time, we have nothing but time, right? So Munchlax can spawn on, I believe it's 4 of 21 trees. And he does that at a, quote, 10% chance. That's what they say, at least. I don't know, I'm not going to dive into the code to figure that out. But when you're on Section 2 of the Professor Oak's Challenge of Platinum, you only have access to a few trees. You can't just go on in the game and then catch a Munchlax on a tree that you don't have access to yet. So, I don't remember how many you have access to. I would assume it's probably like 3 or 4. Like, let's see, there's one in Floroma. There's the one on that route. There's the tree next to the Windworks. There's probably one on the Floroma side, the Eterna side. So there's probably 4. And you just need to have the RNG that one of those is going to be a honey tree that gives you a Munchlax. Now, the last time, I think it was Floroma was the one that was supposed to have it. But I got it on the one on the route next to that. 54251. Route 205, Eterna City side, and 208. If your guaranteed honey tree isn't Floroma Meadow, Route 205 north or south, or Valley Windworks. 205 north or south. It looks like we have that, 205. While we're sitting here, I'm going to snip that because I don't feel like typing this in and finding this website again and again. So we're going to, whoop. Well, I should, let me start a little further to the left. Okay. We're going to save that. Munchlax. And that's cool, because that should mean we can just close that up. And also close that Twitch tab. And I can close that, yeah. And real fast, image. It's been a while since I streamed, so I lose track of where everything is. Browse. Munchlax. And we're just gonna... Oh, it looks so horrible at these size dimensions. I don't know if that's even legible. But I guess who cares, right? And with that, I'm gonna officially start the timer. So... Of course, the button didn't work. That's... There we go. I literally checked it before I started. I'm gonna save real fast. And then we're gonna adjust the settings, saving a lot of data. That was always one of my weird things about Gen 4. They're always talking about saving a lot of data. It's like, why? I guess I can't complain, like, the game's great, but, like, saving a lot of data. I remember when, because I had tuned out after Gen 5, I was like, these games are not for me. And I was at that age, I guess, where I was like, oh, I'm too cool for Pokemon. So, when I gotten back into Pokemon, I remember somebody showing me the game. And we're going to turn Battle Scene off. I always do that right away. It's just smarter. We want L equals A. Let's get a good border. That one's pretty cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, let's switch to those. Perfect. Now I'm going to keep hitting B instead of A. Oh, man, I was just going to check my PC. But, when I'd gotten back into it, a buddy had shown me X and Y. I was like, wow, look at these. And I'd already decided I wasn't going to get them. Which, funny. But when he had shown me, I remember thinking, hey, this is just a tutorial? You're not going to give me an item? Okay. But he had shown me it. And I remember thinking, I wonder if the save times are better. Because... Black and White, just like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, had really long save times. And I remember when he showed me the save, and it's like, oh, it just... I'm sorry. instantaneous. It was crazy, to be honest. So we're in Twinleaf Town. I think we have to go to his house first. I'm not reading the dialogue at all. I'm normally pretty bad with reading the dialogue on Professor Oak's challenges, but when I'm trying to talk and not be too boring, it's going to be even worse. So, but yeah, if you were curious what the 0 of 36 is on the layout, I figured it'd be kind of cool to show how many of the Pokemon we have for this section, just so it's there. Maybe I should have put a spot for, like, section 1 as well, because that part 1 is just going to be more about what video it is. That way, if somebody's watching on YouTube, they can just flip through. Or if somebody shows up in Twitch, they'd have the ability to just be like, oh, well, how long has he been in here? But I guess that's the point of the timer, too. So, yeah. And I do have some fun, quote-unquote, ideas for this. I guess I've got nothing to do but talk, so just boring dialogue. I think it'd be kind of interesting. I was doing it on Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so I figured maybe I'll do it here as well. Where I was like, what I should do is combine Professor Oak's challenge with a shiny badge quest, because you're going to encounter so many Pokemon anyway. So that's the concept. We're going to complete the first section, and then we're going to shiny hunt, because the odds we're going to run into a shiny are pretty high. They're really not, though, which is crazy when you really think about it. Maybe it's just that my luck is so bad, but in the, I don't know, like 7 or 8 Professor Oak's challenges I've done, I only have a handful of shinies. I think Sun and Moon were the ones I had my best luck on. When I did my first Heart Gold one, I think I only had 2 shinies the whole way. I don't think I got any. I'm on Ruby and Sapphire right now, but I don't think I've gotten any from there. Yeah, it's not as guaranteed as you would think. But I figure at that point, maybe what I'll do is I'll just slap fast forward on, mute the game, and just run. Just run. He's going to let us pick first, which is very baller of him. Thank you, Barry. I will say, while we're sitting here staring at the starters, I think Gen 4 is the best starters overall. Like, you really can't go wrong with any of them. Like, even if you pick Turtwig, it's like, he's pretty baller. You pick Chimchar, he's pretty baller. And Piplup, he's pretty cool. Like, they're all cool. And I don't think any other gen has managed to accomplish that to the level that Gen 4 has. We're going to go with Piplup, though, because Piplup is the cooler one, in my opinion. I'm going to move the timer. I don't know why I call it a counter. Yeah, I don't care about reading this dialogue. We're not going to shiny hunt them. I do not have the patience for that. I did a shiny hunt on Heart Gold, Soul Silver for the starter, and it took 34,800 encounters before we got our shiny. And I just can't imagine being like, this is a Professor Oak's challenge, and we're going to sit here and wait for 3 months before we actually start. Like, to me, that seems kind of counterintuitive. But obviously, it'd be cool if we got one anyway, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, it's just a regular old Piplup. You can't check his nature and stuff. That's kind of cringe. But also, in a weird way, getting a shiny in a Professor Oak's challenge is bad, because every battle will start with the sparkles, it'll take longer, and that's not something we want. We just want to blitz through. I guess after the battle, I'll up the 0 of 36 to 1. Ooh, we're so close. But yeah, and then this was actually a decision I made that might bite us in the rear, because Grotle evolves at 32, so the Turtwig line is done at 32. The Piplup line is done at 36, so is the Infernape line, or Chimchar line, I guess. So it was definitely a decision I made where I was like, this might be bad, but no, we lost the first battle. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like it says, I blacked out. Like, homie, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, that was awesomely fun, Barry. You spam and withdraw. I think that means our Piplup might suck. But I don't think Platinum has the upgraded red and blue dialogue to show which natures Do what? I think that's a Heart Gold Soul Silver thing. Yeah, the running shoes. Mom's the best. Oh my god, I don't need the instructions read. It's just mash B. Let's just check out our Piplup. Hasty? I don't remember what that is. Those stats are pretty mid. I mean, they're pretty basic starter stats. Good perseverance, though. I mean, he kept kept pounding away at that Turtwig and then dying. But I was on the fence. I was like, it might be interesting to do Diamond. Being as, like I said earlier, I've done Platinum before. But it just kind of seems like it's less Pokemon. And it's like, does that actually make for a better experience? I don't think it does. Yeah, it just kind of makes for a shorter experience. Oh my goodness, Barry can talk a lot. I think I started another dialogue box with him by accident. I definitely have the game brightness turned up on the screen capture, which is interesting. Maybe it's just a different monitor. Oh, but I was like, I think it's like 40 less Pokemon, and I'm like, that doesn't make it more fun. If anything, that makes it less fun. And then I went on Twitch and I'm like, more people watch Platinum anyway. So it's kind of like, why put myself in a spot to intentionally get less views? Was that a Mesprit? Wow. Plus, Platinum has snow on the ground, and that instantly makes it cooler. So I like how he mentions the accent. When I was trying to set it up on the Streamlabs to stream, I typed in Pokemon and nothing came up because it specifically wants the accent. If you don't have the accent over it, it doesn't pull anything up. It's pretty dumb, I'd say. I was debating using a counter to actually count our encounters. And that way when we start actually shiny hunting, we can be like, okay, we're already at 5,000 encounters. Then we actually see what the odds were. But I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. But I know that's number 2. Not overly worried. I don't think these guys give us any items or anything. Another Bidoof. Scary. I'm actually doing well language-wise. I haven't used any profanity yet, which is pretty impressive. A lot of times I just do it and I don't even think about it. I really have to stop with that. Another crit? Okay, this Piplup's lucky. I mean, he's getting the crits. I'm gonna keep hitting the wrong button though, which is annoying because I'm playing Ruby and I have the button set to match that, but my brain keeps going like, oh, A is A. I'm not looking at the controller. Why am I doing that? I have one of those Logitech controllers where it's modeled more after like an Xbox controller. Yeah, Xbox controller. I had to look at my Xbox controller that's sitting here. Yeah, it's Chief. I would hope Piplup's happy. I mean, he just got hit a few times, but let's give him a nickname for the sake of it. We're gonna name him Lucky because he keeps getting those crits. Oh, I'm going over there. K's over here. Or maybe we could have named him Tom. But I don't normally nickname Pokemon, so. But obviously we will be nicknaming any shinies we get, so. But I'm hoping we don't have to actually do a shiny hunt. Because then if we got one by chance in Section 1, then we wouldn't have to worry about it. We could go into Section 2, and then we could do like shiny hunt streams while we're waiting the 6 hours for the Munchlax to show up. Oh, I didn't mention that. So part of the annoyance of the Munchlax and why it takes so long is that it takes 6 real-world hours for it to show up. Now, I don't know how that works with a computer where like I could just adjust the time, but I would imagine that would work. That seems very disingenuous, I guess. No way! I almost picked the Chimchar. We could have the same starter Pokemon. But instead I picked Piplup because Piplup's better. No, I jest. Chimchar's great too. I prefer Piplup. It's TM for return, I believe, so that's pretty gnarly. I'm trying to think of how boring this stream is gonna be once we're actually grinding in the grass. Oh, I never updated the settings. It just made it really big for some reason. That was a little weird. Bump it up to 1 of 36. Now I have to keep clicking back into that. I got another notification from Twitch. What's up, Mr. Twitch? Oh, it's just notifying me about me streaming again. I mean, it looks like my phone can handle being on both. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm not reading this dialogue. I'll just click Bulbasaur for a second. Game. Platinum. The method. Random encounters. Oh, where are we at? Like 3? I think we're at 3. Now, I do remember from doing this before that money was an issue in Section 1. It immediately is not an issue in Section 2 because you have access to Pasirisu, which has pickup, and Munchlax, who also has pickup. So if you wanted to just grind and pick up items and sell them, you could do that as an option. But I don't think we checked to get the potion out of the PC, did we? Plus, we should use the Pokemon Center. We've made it so far already. But I remember money being an issue, so the first thing I want to do is rush over and get a Badoo for Stun Spore. It's also a Friendship Evo. That's one of the more annoying things. Oh, whoops, I'm on the wrong PC, that's why. It's one of the more annoying things. Oh, there is nothing in there, okay. Because, crap. Trying to remember what I was saying, and my mind is blank. Doesn't matter. Let's buy some balls. We'll buy 11. Oh, that's what I was saying about Friendship Evos. There are a lot of Friendship Evos in this game. I don't know why Game Freak went out of their way to do that, but we'll go north first, go to Jubilife, get the Badoo, and then we'll come back to worry about the Bidoof and the... I wish that Game Freak was consistent on that, because I feel like in some games you don't have to. Like I think in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I guess we'll just run through the grass. In Heart Gold, Soul Silver, if you don't go back to Mom, the game's just like, oh, it's fine, whatever, she calls you. But I guess in theory we have no way to call her, so... How would she call us? I don't know. A level 2 Bidoof. I guess we're gonna catch it. Use the Premier Ball just to clear it out of the way. But yeah, I totally forgot we have to go back and talk to Mom. But there are a lot of Friendship Evos in these games. Even in Section 1, it's like there's Badoo and there's Zubat. So it's like we're gonna have to get them, put them in our team, and just wait. And hope for the best. Sorry if that was loud and obnoxious. We're gonna come back in here. I feel like there should be an easier way to update these numbers. I have to click back in here. Whoops. Wrong button. But it's cool. It's cool. I think aside from Starly, I think that's all that's in this grass. So, shouldn't matter too much. Can you talk to Mom? Yeah, can you heal up my new Bidoof? Yeah, something that big. The journal. The journal is one of those cool things. At least in Fire Red and Leaf Green, the journal's cool. Because like, it reminds you of what you were doing before. I think Barry's mom comes in then. Yeah. Barry's mom. What a name. I'm so glad that's not my name. Barry's mom. Yeah, I'll take that parcel to Barry. Thank you, Barry's mom. Yep, he's in Jubilife. That's where I wanted to be, but, you know, I got stopped because I had to talk to Mom. I don't even talk to my mom in real life. I guess let me check the cheat sheet. Make sure we don't have to go to the lake. Oh, we can get Kricketot in this grass, too. Yeah, but nothing about the lake. Nothing about the lake. So let's just... I'm going to keep doing that every freaking time. So we still need Starly and Kricketot from this grass. And there's our Starly. And there's our Lucky. Oof. Could you imagine missing tackle? I mean, you're level 2 and you missed your move? Embarrassing. We just want to be careful. We don't want to use too many balls. My concern is just that if they keep breaking out of the balls, because you have no way to get more money. Like, I guess in theory, you could, like, plant berries and sell them. I guess. I guess that's an option. But money is very much an issue. There's still Kricketot. Oh, it's only at nighttime. Okay, that's a bummer. I'll have to bump my my counter up. Can I just... I can just double click it and it moves the... Nice. I guess we'll kill the Starly for the EXP. I am curious I'm going to do that, playing at night. My plan was never to stream at night. So, yeah. Maybe I'll just make a quick video and then just call it a day. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just do a nighttime stream just for the sake of it. Hitting the wrong buttons. I mean, we're pretty much at full health. Let's check out our Bidoof. He's careful. Starly's calm. I can't remember what those natures do. They should be easy things, like adamant or modest. Make it easy for my P-brain. I don't know how to catch Pokemon. Could you show me? While she's doing that, I'm going to take a sip of my vitamin water. I guess in theory that could be shiny, so I'll count that. Look at our level 5 Chimchar. We need to level that bad boy up. Oh, so now you throw the ball. The Pokemon goes inside the Pokeball? I'm pretty sure one of the rivals says that in X and Y. Like, what a bad batch of rivals, seriously. My hope was that we'd be able to get through all this and at least get to the area where I can grind before the stream was over. Because I do have to go pick up groceries in a few hours, so... One of the great things of life is being able to order groceries and then just show up and they're there. I wish they were a little easier at, or they were a little better at it, but... Yeah, a lot of Pokemon means lots of safety. I agree with that. I think Shinx is available in this route, so... We do want to keep an eye out for a Shinx. We're just going to run away from this Bidoof. Or I'm going to hit B over run. But again, the goal is let's get that Bidoof. Get Stun Spore. I don't even know if he starts with it or not. But if it improves our odds, that way I don't have to worry about running out of money. That's all that matters. Uh-oh. We might have to switch out. We're probably gonna have to switch out. He's in like 4 damage a turn. We got a potion? No, we don't. Could you imagine we lose to the first trainer? We'll just throw Starly in there, let him get killed. Easy peasy. Oh, now he's switching to Growl. Okay. I guess I'll just tackle. Oh, no, he realized he could kill me. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm gonna send out Bidoof. I think only has tackle. Yeah. Because I think he gets like growl at level 5. Of course he missed. Now that Starly missed. Okay. At least that's fair. Did half. That is a yikes. We really might lose this battle. Could you imagine? I'm sitting here like micromanaging the money and then we lose the first battle. I mean, I guess technically we lost to Barry, so. Whew. Not gonna lie, the anxiety was high in that one. I really thought we were gonna lose. That's a lot of experience. Youngster Tristan. Too strong, too strong. I think we have to go this way to get back. Yeah, because there's a trainer right there. Yeah, but we have to worry about money a little bit, at least at the beginning. So I'm not gonna buy potions or anything. Once we're in Section 2, money isn't really a factor. And then after that, I mean, wow. Money isn't even real after that. It's like, I think my favorite Professor Oak's challenge to do was Fire Red, Leaf Green. Because you end up, like, rich. You end up rich, you have all these berries. You have, no concerns at all. Level 4, my god. Can we even escape from this? We can, good. You had to do the game in a different order, which was pretty cool. Or like instead of going, you battle Brock, then you normally would battle Misty, but you actually skip Misty in that. And you come back to her later, because you can actually go all the way to Vermilion before battling Misty. So you can do the SSN, and then you can grind down there for extra experience. Which child me would have lost their mind if he knew that. But he didn't, so it doesn't matter. It's all moot. There's the crit. I'm just now realizing we named him Lucky, and then he lost the first battle. Maybe he's not as lucky as I thought. We're taking way too much damage. We might have to go back to the Pokemon Center. I guess it depends if we level up. We do level up. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Do you bubble level 8? Yeah. So at least we have a stab move. Granted, I assume... I assume that Pound is still probably the better move. I guess he's a little better in that. But you figure even stab, it's only 30. But I don't know how 13 versus 17 works in that regard. But then we also have access to Torrent. So... yeah, that's a thing. Another Bidoof. But yeah, we want to be careful. If you get too strong, then when you're trying to battle Pokemon, you kind of get screwed over by that. It's like, we need to catch them. And then even in Section 2, no matter what, you're too strong, so... I'm not trying to battle these Bidoofs. I agree, let's have a Pokemon battle. I don't even know if you can catch Bidoof this early. Or, I guess this late. You can catch Bidoof at all times of day. Gang. Okay. That's good, that's good. There's Burmy. Underrated Gen 4 Mon. And by underrated, I mean probably properly rated. Because it doesn't really do much. One time I actually got a shiny Burmy. I was slathering honey trees trying to get Cherubi, Pokemon 420, and I wasn't paying attention, and the shiny Burmy came up, and I didn't even notice it was shiny at first, but the rhythm of like when he shows up was off. I was sitting there, I'm like, why can't I run away from this battle yet? And that's when I looked and I was like, wait a minute. How many Pokemon do I need? I got 3. There's only 5 available so far. And this game has one of the coolest features, the Poketch. Oh, that's a feature. It also has a Looker, which is a thing, I guess. Maybe I should have mapped fast forward for this, because this is so dull. The intro, you forget how long it is. Like, think about it. We're at 26 minutes, basically 27 minutes. And I still feel like we're like roped along on the tutorial. Like, isn't that crazy? I think that's kind of crazy. Yeah, Looker can't battle. You know, a literal 10-year-old can battle better than he can. Yeah, go run away, Looker, please. Yep, there's a trainer's school. Okay, thank you. Go away. I want to heal. And we do need to go back. And I need to remember that we didn't get Kricketot. Oh, there's an item. An X attack. That's money. I think it's like 350 Poké Dollars. I don't want to look anything up. I guess what I should do, instead of being so hard-headed about this, let's put Starly in the front. Yeah. And then we'll just switch to Piplup so they can get a little experience. I guess it's Diamond and Pearl where these trainers have Abras. Let's use Growl. Or use Growl again. Because I want to make the safe switch. One of those weird Gen 3, Gen 4 differences. I'm pretty sure Pokemon and Bag switch spots. So every once in a while I go, like, I'm gonna go into the bag when I'm trying to switch Pokemon. That'll be something that keeps happening over and over again. Oh yeah, lower that speed. That'll show him. Or her, it'll show her. I don't remember what the gender difference is for Bidoof. Oh, joy, she heals. But I mean, it's a free trainer battle. Like, we need the money, we need the experience. We might as well take it. But yeah, generally, Section 1 is always the worst part of a Professor Oak's challenge. Wow, that wasn't enough to level up Starly. Interesting. Yeah, studying means you can win. Yeah, doing it is the best way to learn. Let's battle. Let's just sack Bidoof for the sake of a good switch. Stonks, right? Oh no, an X attack. I don't like that at all. Still only doing half damage though. We were trying to catch our Starly, wasn't it doing 7 damage? I can't remember. But that's good, we know Starly learns Quick Attack soon, so... It only did 4 damage, that's not too bad. But I think in Diamond and Pearl, these trainers have Abras, and then they give you the TM for Hidden Power, I think. I could be totally wrong. Nice, Starly's level 3. Slightly more usable. Still really not that usable, but... Yeah, it's your fault, kid. You didn't use items correctly. Wow, we'll figure out that potion. Okay, we're gonna go heal. Actually, I guess we can talk to Barry. He doesn't battle us here. He battles us at, when we go to leave. Yeah, memorize everything, Barry. I'm gonna have the parcel from Barry's mom. And I do love having a town map. I'm not even gonna lie. I do think it's interesting he gets that from looking at the town map. Like, oh, Orberg's the next place to go. I don't think it says that. Like, what does it say when you click on Orberg? I guess I should mouse over it and click. It just says Orberg City. Like, is he just going, hey, that's the next big town? I guess. Okay. Let's go heal now. I worry so much about money. I wonder how much money we're actually gonna have. Yep. You're gonna give me a Poketch, man? I love it. A skill testing question. I wonder if you can leave before doing it. Like, do you have to get the Poketch? An old rod is a good thing, I agree. Thank you. Now we can catch Magikarp, which is like one of the worst parts of Section 1. It's like Magikarp, it's Zubat, it's Ponyta. Okay. Just like Pokemon types, the moves of Pokemon also have types. That's true. That's true. Big if true, though. And here's another clown. Can a Pokemon hold an item? Yes. I'm pretty sure the answer to all their questions is just yes. So I shouldn't be even pretending to struggle. Let me just see if it'll let me leave. It will. Interesting. You'd figure that they would have something to, like, lock you in. Oh, Looker. Oh. Today I learned. Yep, I've already seen that happen. I haven't seen that happen yet. I haven't gotten Wurmple. I like how he has to use the Poketch to count to 3. That's not a reflection on modern society. I don't know what is. Okay, do we want to keep it on the clock? We can leave it on the calculator, and then I could just count up my encounters there. Or I could use this. Oh, that's a step counter. Yeah, I can't use that. I know there's a normal counter. Here you can see your Pokemon. That's pretty cool. And put the backlight on, because, you know, sometimes it's dark. I also love that the sprite, like you can see, like he's just staring at his watch. That's me a lot of times, just staring at my watch. I guess let's go to the Pokemart, sell some items we don't need, and then go north, sell this journal. I guess all we have is the X attack, 250. That's not enough for a Premier Ball, so we're gonna wait. Okay. Prowler's Heal. It's our 13th encounter, believe it or not. Oh, yeah, Wurmple. Oh, I forgot how annoying Wurmple was on this. Because you aren't guaranteed to get the Silcoon or Cascoon. There's no way to know until they evolve. Because I think I had to evolve a few of them. Like, I think it's already coded in what he's going to be right now. So it wouldn't be like you could just save scum it until you get the right one. Which is a bummer. Let's change that 3 to a 4. Well, let's not indent it like that. Oh, hello, Natty. I'm doing okay. We're very early on, so we're kind of bored, to be honest. But we're doing the damn thing. Guess we'll battle this trainer. How are you? I'm pretty sure there's a way to move this. Well, that's for adjusting the stream issues, stream stuff. I do not remember. I mean, my day's been okay. I pretty much woke up and then, yeah, started streaming. But it's the first stream in a long time, so it's a little different. I guess I had to set up everything for the Twitch stream. That took a while. And then I had to order groceries, but been pretty much my day. Not to go get them after the stream. She should have said no. So we're looking for a Badoo. I think, like, technically we're supposed to do this, like, way later, but I guess you could do it now. So one of those weird things about this game. Like, look, he's level 8. There's no way we can beat him. I was just not streaming. I don't know. Streaming, it's like it has its moments of fun, and then other times it's like, So for a while I was streaming, and it became very much like work. I was like, I have to dedicate this time to do this, and I just wasn't having fun doing it, so I stopped. You know, focused on actual work. I think that's quick attack, or... Yeah, quick attack. Let's reorganize our moves. I get a little OCD about moving my moves. But quick attack is the strongest move, so it has to be in the front. I mean, that's not fun. Ugh. I probably do that every time. Run up and battle this girl by accident. I mean, that is what we want. I just don't want it to be a trainer's. Oh, it's totally possible I disappear right after this one. Totally possible. I'm not making any promises. Because, like, in seriousness, this stream will probably be super boring. Where, like, if nothing is going on in, like, chat, or something exciting happening, it's gonna be like, it's me sitting down and just doing it. So I could totally see myself being like, nope. I could see myself waking up tomorrow and being like, this ain't worth it. But it could also be a thing where I'm like, okay, this is our 14th encounter. We don't need a Starly, we need a Badoo. We're not even gonna kill it, we're just gonna run. And we do need a Shanks. Let's just get the Shanks out of the way. He's got Intimidate, so we're not gonna get this one out of the way. Intimidate, if you didn't know, lowers the chance of running into a wild Pokemon. Kind of like a Repel, which is bad. And then, on top of that, it would just show up at the start of every battle. It'd just take too long. Oh, I understand where the confusion comes from, Natty. I actually streamed before under a different account, and... Oh, I didn't tally that. I mean, I don't want to say I was decently big. I was very small. Very small, as always. But, like, I was affiliate and made money on Twitch. It just became a thing where it was not as much fun. But that was back in, like, 2020. So, I also think 2020 was probably, like, the perfect time to be in Twitch. Because, like, everybody was home. So there was just, like, plenty of people to watch. Where, like, you know, the audience was bigger. So the odds somebody was going to watch was higher. I don't know why it didn't count. But this channel is pretty new, and I don't really use it for anything. So there's our Badoo. I need to check if it has Stun Spore. I don't know what level he gets Stun Spore. He just has Absorb. I guess I'm going to take a quick check. Almost X'd out of the guide. That would have been awkward. Gen 4 learn set. You can say level 10, so that's not that bad. But that does mean I should probably actually level him up first. So that'll be a thing. We won't worry about the other Wurmple for now. And the Zubat's only at 9. Granted, I'm pretty sure we can get the Zubat in a cave. So I guess let's go get the Magikarp. Kricketot we can't get yet because it's only at night. We do need to get a Shinx on the route south of here. That channel is still out there. It's just not going to be used. This is going to sound really weird. I don't know if you've ever streamed before, so it might be very out of pocket. But part of the reason I stopped was just the same people, and they were kind of annoying. And it was like a thing where I'm like, I could step away from this and not have to deal with that. That's why I was like, I could have just streamed this on that channel, and I probably would have had some actual turnout, and had a bunch of people come through and be like, "Oh, hey," but then those people would be there, and then like I had a falling out with a friend on Twitch, like an IRL friend, and it kind of happened on Twitch. So the actual idea of running into them again is kind of ugh. We need to catch a Magikarp. And I do think we're getting low on balls. We probably should have went up and gotten Psyduck before I left. I don't know why I did that. Still not even a nibble. I hate how you pull the rod back up. Like, just leave it in the water, man. Like, a nibble will show up at some point. There we go. There's our Magikarp. Level 6, so it has 14 levels. Ugh. Magikarp's like the worst mon for this section. But even if it was section 2, it'd be way easier. Because then it's like you just rare candy him up. But oh well. Nice. And I did much better there in terms of actually remembering to click back in the box. So we're officially 1/5 of the way, 1/6 of the way through. So at 16%. Let's go. In an hour. We still need to get Shinx. I hate when NPCs do that. We do need to get Psyduck. We really need to read that trainer tip sign, too. The potion. I mean, I guess that's money. Now up and down the stairs. Oh, Zubat. That was really fast, actually. But we do need Zubat. We need to keep him in the team because he's a friendship Evo. I actually think Starly might be stronger. I guess 14 versus 12 and then Stab. So, yeah, I think Lucky is actually weaker. Oh, that's perfect. And Zubat has, like, no moves. And I think Gen 4 they fixed him, so he learns, like, wing attacks sooner. Because in Ruby Sapphire, I think he learned at, like, 21. And it's like, why even tease me with that? At that point, he evolves in a level. Okay, we haven't wasted any balls yet. We do need to catch an Abra, so we're gonna have to waste a ball at some point. We still need the Psyduck. No. I'm gonna hit the wrong button all the time. I should just remap the buttons. Then I'll remap the buttons, and then I'll click the wrong buttons again. So, there's Psyduck. No, years back, I had a buddy playing Platinum on a stream, and he wanted the Psyduck. He didn't know it was Psyduck, but I'm like, no, there's a good mon in this cave. And I swear, he ran back and forth in this cave for like 30 minutes and never found a Psyduck. It was legitimately ridiculous. I think that'll kill him, so we should just throw a ball. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We do still need to go back and get the Shinx, though. No nickname for that Psyduck. Who's like level 33 is when it evolves. Whoops. I forgot to be tallying the counters. The counters. Yeah, that sentence still made sense, even if I goofed it. But I meant tallying the encounters. We're at 21 encounters so far. It really is not as much as I would have thought. We do need to level Badoo up, so I need to get it to at least level 10 so it has Stun Spore. But at this point, we're probably just going to catch everything beforehand anyway. I probably should be running along the bottom part of this grass. I guess we might as well catch a second Wurmple right now. Really no reason not to. Aside from it just being a waste. But no matter what, we're going to have to catch a second one, so it is what it is. I could fold my phone. Let's use Tackle because it's weaker. Oh, it was a crit. That's kind of a perfect crit, though. And with Wurmple, I always think back to a video I watched a long time ago. Somebody was doing a Soul Link. Or maybe they were just cooperative playthroughs. And they told somebody that Wurmple evolves based on gender. And that's just not true. It's just weird looking back on it. Like, it just lodged itself in my brain. And hopefully by saying it now in this video, this stream, it will leave my brain. Okay, level 4 Shinx. Please have Rivalry. No, it has Intimidate. Lame. What's going on? I have 1 hour left to make changes to my grocery order. I do not want to. And we're just going to kill this, because we still need the experience. Which is going to be a little slower, but it is what it is. I was really hoping that in like 2 hours I'd be able to get to Orberg and be ready to go. But I just don't think that's going to happen. Another Shinx. Rivalry. 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 What in the world? I feel like I'm losing my mind here. They're not supposed to always have Intimidate. Which is funny, because I think the guide even suggests getting one with Intimidate. I'm just gonna catch it. I got no patience for waiting even longer. I guess this would have been a good time to see if Bubble or Pound is weaker, but too late. Okay. 9 out of 36, that's a quarter. We can't do the Badoo. We already got the Psyduck. I'm sitting here thinking about Magikarp and how Magikarp's gonna be so annoying. Abra's gonna be the same exact thing. It's just gonna be faster. Since you'll likely be switch training Abra, consider an upcoming trade in Orberg for a Machop. Yeah, why would I not do that? Why did I not do that last time? Okay. And it looks like there's only 4 more Mons to catch. I mean, I guess technically 5. Okay, we gotta go put the Zubat on our team. And I do think we battled every trainer over there. The only thing we're missing so far is Kricketot, which isn't that big a deal. I'll have to do some night stream at some point. Which is bad because the grinding is worse at night. Because then you battle Zubats. And they're worth, like, no experience. I'm sorry, Magikarp. Anybody holding an item? No? Nope. You know, I guess while we're in here, let's, name. We can mouse it up. I guess we'll make it smaller. Just S1 for section 1. And we can keep things sorted. There's nothing better than good sorting. Like, this goes here, this goes here. Is it worth going into the mart? I don't really have anything to sell. How much money do we have? Still not $2,000, so it's not worth it. Why do I feel like there's something in Jubilife condominiums? I feel like somebody gives you something in here. That's what it is. The Quick Claw. Okay. Of course, Pachirisu gets right in my way. Yeah, we can't fish here. I get it. I get it. I meant to just see who was the slowest mon on our team. And I go into the bag. 10. Now it's Bidoof. I guess he's also the only level 2 mon. We're gonna switch Starly into the lead. Because I'm pretty sure he starts with his Starly, doesn't he? No, because we have a rival battle here. Yeah, I was sitting there going like, oh, we have all these mons to catch, but we only have the 4 left. I guess 5. So we are kind of in that spot where we will get to the grinding in this part. I should check to see if I can just change the time on my computer to change the time on the game. Because we can do that. We can catch the Kricketot right now. Just be clear with it. And no matter what, it's not like we're getting to the Munchlax crap anyway. That's pretty embarrassing. His level 7 Starly got whooped by my level 7 Starly. That was pretty embarrassing. Turtwig. We really don't have an answer for that. Except for Starly. I guess Starly's gonna be our main. Hey, level 9. Oh, that did nothing. That literally did nothing. Oh. Our team's so bad right now. I hate that he just keeps spamming withdraw. Can you not, please? Please? Por favor? Like, why? Why do you want to be +6 defense? I got 6 Mons left. Does Wormbull have Poison Sting yet? He might. Because if he does, we might be able to just go in there and Poison Sting him and get the poison. And he really sat there, spammed withdraw like 6 turns. And now his AI is like, I got this, and I was just gonna attack. No, he only has tackle. I mean, I guess he's only using tackle. He might not have absorb. It might not matter. We can hit him with a special. Yeah, that was annoying, but not impossible. We will have to go run back and heal again. But I think that'll be like the last... Well, I guess there's some trainers on the way over there. But there's like no hard battles left. At least for a long time. I know when I was doing Fire Red and Leaf Green, I had to grind before the Elite Four. Because like, my mindset is like, if I catch a shiny, I have to use it. Especially in a challenge like this, because it's like, you're over leveled all the time. So there's like no reason to have difficulty. Right, like after section 1, like I'm rolling up with a Staraptor against the second gym. Like there's no struggle there. So I got a shiny Caterpie early on in that. And Butterfree realistically is not that good. So he just kind of got eviscerated. Oh, you don't battle? Interesting. Kricketot. We need one of those. I was actually using Kricketune in my BDSP playthrough. I was using Bide. I think Bide's 3 turns. I think we can kill him. Yeah, we're fine. And Kricketune's kind of dangerous. Give him a Fury Cutter and just tears through everything. Zubat. Let's just leave him out there. I should have switched to Wing Attack. Wing Attack 60. Quick Attack's only 40. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm gonna have to resort his moves. Youngster Michael had no money. I almost feel bad beating him up for his money. Just don't get mistaken, that's literally all we were doing there. I was hitting the wrong button again. A free Pokeball. Nice. Nothing up here. We should probably put Budew in the front now. Just to get that experience. But at least at level 10, he has Stun Spore, and that's beneficial. And then we'll have to just kind of throw him in the back of the team with Zubat. Oh, this is a rivalry Shinx. I'm pretty sure Shinx doesn't have an electric move at this low of a level. I think it's like level 11 or 12. Big damage, big damage. Lucky with those crits. Nice. Badoo's level 5. Level 6, let's go. And we don't want to level up Badoo too much, because, like, in reality, you only have to level him up once to evolve him. So there's no point wasting too much of the experience you get. But when he's level 10 and he has Stun Spore, he's valuable. Very valuable. Machop. I mean, we have a Starly for this. Wow, look at that big damage. Whoa, look at that big damage. He really was trying. I mean, Starly should be pretty light, too. Water Sport, oh, that's a game changer. I feel like the sport moves are, like, the worst. I don't think I've ever used one for, like, a good reason. It's never been like, here's my pro strat, let me use this mud sport. Poor Pokemon, yikes. I mean, I guess in theory, Badoo should be able to kill that. Not doing nothing, though. But I guess in theory, it's not going to do anything to us either, so... like a crit wins it. I'm gonna drink some... Oh, geez, big damage. Drink some vitamin water. An Abra? Shouldn't have any moves. I was half tempted to throw Zubat out there and just have it leech life it, but... I could be spamming growth right now. Yeah, let's use a growth. Because Abra, from my understanding, learns nothing via level. I think the only thing it can use... I mean, I think it can learn Shadow Ball. And I know it can learn Hidden Power. Nice, level 8. Almost there. A Starly, bring it on. I'm +3. I'm +3. And I'm 4 levels over you. Yeah, big damage. All you have is Tackle. This Badoo putting in the work. I guess anybody can if they're battling an Abra. If you have any setup move at all. Now a Badoo. I mean, he quad resists us. I mean, this is just a waste of time. Switch to Starly now. Because I'm like, he's going to be healing himself, and I'm going to be healing myself. That's going to take too long. And just wing attack. From what I remember, Badoo is garbage, so... Not quite as garbage as Slugma, but... I just think Slugma evolves too late. Like, he shouldn't be 38. I don't know what Game Freak was thinking with that one. Just clearing out all these trainers. So this girl has a gym badge. She's our first real test. No one else has had a gym badge so far. She has a level 8 Psyduck. Which I guess explains how she got the gym badge, but I think Cranidos would beat a level 8 Psyduck. That Cranidos is deadly. He comes in, like, hits Pursuit, it just messes you up. I'm pretty sure I did a Nuzlocke of Platinum at some point, and that Cranidos, like, messed me up. I'm pretty sure I won, but I think I lost a few mons to him. Look at how slow that bar goes. Level 10, that should be Stun Spore. Nice. And I love having a move like Stun Spore anyway, when we're grinding, because there's a chance that we run into a shiny just grinding, and we need to keep Badoo in the team anyway. So we're gonna stop using him for experience though. But we do want to get this item because this is money. Yeah, an X defend. What's that? 250 Poké Dollars. Whoops. That was our 26th encounter, by the way. And a repel, that is also money, because we're probably not going to need that anytime soon. We'll put Lucky in the lead, because we're going to go through that cave, and I'm pretty sure there's rock types in there. And Abra. We're just gonna let that Abra do its thing. We could try to chuck a ball, but do we want to waste a ball on it? I don't really think so. Okay, in the cave, there's Geodude. That's really the only thing we need in the cave. But I'm pretty sure we can get Geodude in the mine as well. So I don't think it matters too much. Okay. I guess I'll just battle him now. It has been a while since I've had to adjust that counter. Which I guess makes sense. We're not at that stage where it's like, let's just get in the position and do the grind. Lucky earning that nickname. Might be worth putting somebody else in the lead. No, water sport. Let's go. A Shanks. Let's Badoo's still level 2. Let's send Wurmple out there, because I want to know if we have Silcoon or Cascoon. Because that's going to be a whole thing once we get to that point. We're going to have to sit there and evolve a few of them. Hopefully not too many. Valier. It's not that big a deal. Oh, maybe it was. That should be enough to level up Wurmple. It wasn't, wow. Camper Curtis. Man, I think there's like 3 trainers in the mine, and then we are like all caught up on trainers. Which means all the money we could have, we have. Bidoof. Oh, I meant to put Wurmple in the lead. We'll do that when we leave. Because then we can switch in Lucky, and he'll be able to take down the Geodudes anyway. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think we can get Geodude in the route north anyway. Because I think that was one of the mons I had to keep grinding on before. So. Okay. This guy's gonna take us around town. Whoa, there is someone there. Great. Okay. Let's go heal. One of those awkward things about the that Diamond Pearl Platinum POC is that you get the fossil and then you have to run all the way around Floroma and everything to get back here. No, I meant to hit B. Okay. What I want to do is I want to run through town and just talk to everybody real fast. Or should we get them a chop first? Let's get them a chop first. There's an item up here. Yeah, Geodude. Now we're leading with Wurmple. Wurmple's so quiet, I couldn't even hear it. I can hear Badoo. Look at that stun spore. Let's go. I feel like I've said it enough, but you have to be worried about money. It's ridiculous. Oh, it was a crit. I was like, wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay, we're in the yellow. That's probably close enough. We're on the 9 balls. Yikes. Okay. Sorry, I turned the mic off. There's like a siren nearby and it's going, and I'm just like, I'll just mute it for a second. Hopefully it didn't get picked up before I paused it. We do still need double Machop though. So, of course we've ran into 3 Geodudes. 3. Yeah, we should be able to run away. I'm pretty sure Geodude's slow. I have a shiny Geodude on my Heart Gold Soul Silver. That's 4 Geodudes in a row. Heart Gold Soul Silver shiny badge quest. It took 30,000 encounters. It's pretty cool. My shiny odds luck is pretty bad. There's a Machop. Big damage. For a move, I think we quad resist. That still did a lot of damage. Crit? We just want to be careful. We don't want to poison him. Or I guess we do. Just gonna chuck a ball now. We did find that hidden Pokeball in the grass, so that was pretty helpful. Okay. And that font looks weird. There we go. We switched the font. Isn't that exciting? Now we need another Machop. There we go. We got the double Machop. And if I remember correctly, it's the same level as you trade a Pokemon. They're the same level as the Mon you traded. So I think that means we can just trade either, but this one is probably the better one to trade. I should probably reorganize Badoo's moves. Because I'm never going to click Water Sport. Never. I feel like Low Kick's one of the weirdest moves. Because I always forget like how it actually power scales. Like, it's still based on his stats. I guess I don't have to... I'm, like, about to tally it up to 12. We should do that during the trade. I hit A again. Ugh. Okay. We will come back for the Ponyta. We should probably put the Machop in our team. I guess we should check their natures, see if one of them is a better nature. Instead of just strictly going by, well, this one's at a higher level. And this one's attack is 18. Let's just trade this one. Bidoof. Into the box you go. Yeah, I'm trying to fish a Nurse Joy. We did not heal. Okay, that's why I was pulling up the menu. I'm like, I can't remember if I healed or not. The answer is, I hadn't. Okay, I'm gonna go from the top left to the bottom right. Let's talk to some NPCs. Oh, you can train your Pokemon in the mine. Good to know. I mean, I'm gonna be really overpowered, but maybe I'm not overpowered. Maybe I'm just afraid of Rourke. You know, he's pretty scary. A Dusk Ball. Let's go. Dusk Ball is one of the coolest balls. I feel like this whole dialogue drop happens in another game. Not with a Psyduck, but where they're like, oh, we nicknamed the Pokemon something stupid. I feel like I saw it recently. Yeah, they do. The Underground, low-key one of the best parts of this gen. I do have a Pokemon called Machop. See, he's right here. And I will trade him for an Abra. Now that's pretty exciting. We're officially a third of the way there. Granted, it's like, this is the easy third, but still. Look at that Abra. So I'll drink some water. Kazaa. That's like an iconic nickname. I'm really hyped. Yeah. What is it, level 10? Which kind of makes it worthless, but... yeah, I like Pickup too. I don't know if it's my favorite ability, but it's definitely up there. I do like the condominiums in this town. Oh, I did talk to you already. By a lady and a young fellow. Okay. I always wondered, like, do you, like, show up and you're like, these are my badges? Went off to work in the mine. Thank you. Go to this house. In different colors. What are you talking about? Differently colored Pokemon? I feel like you could have used a better example than Pikachu, kid. Like, he's yellow, and then he becomes slightly less yellow. As a kid, I loved the vents. They were so cool. Interesting, kid. You gotta be the center of attention by running. And how lumpy they are. Okay. This game has some weird dialogue. For a second, I looked over at my my screen, and I'm like, what is that thing in the top right? Yeah, the underground man. He's like the coolest NPC in this game. Riveting. Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't be a miner. Feels like it would be a really miserable job. Okay. I'm sure it's very hard to make NPC dialogue, but some of it's just very half-baked. A great ball. That's awesome. Thank you. Because I feel like Onyx is a high catch rate. I was like the only reason to go into that house was a great ball. But I guess it makes sense. What am I expecting to find in this town? Trying to go into the Pokemon Center, talk to people there. I remember this guy is psychic right here. Lets you pick what your thing looks like when you're again battling. It's like that's nifty. Riveting. No, I did not actually. No, the first Team Galactic reference. Let's get our pal pad. Why not, right? We're already here, we might as well. Tila. Nope. Do not want to learn more. Riveting. Yeah, the stream is a few seconds behind. That's kind of interesting. Okay. We're proud of the mine. That's interesting, I guess. Chop. A slag heap. Dire hit? You know what that is? That's money. A yellow shard? I really don't even know. But a pearl, that's money. That's money. Okay, we're gonna go over to the right. I feel like this is like so confusing a first playthrough. Maybe I was just a stupid kid, but... Oh, that's a total waste of time. A super potion. That's money, honestly. I feel like there's another hidden item over here. But I don't know where, and I don't really care. So, into the mine we go. We gotta get our Onyx in here. And that's our first battle in 10 minutes. We already have a Geodude. The only thing in here we need is Onyx. And we still need Ponyta. Oh, Pokemon that look like rocks? Scary. Just run away. Another encounter. Another Geodude. Maybe I should be grinding a little bit, but the mindset is I'll just get through this and then worry about the grinding. A Pokeball. Okay. Another Geodude. Geodude encounter must be very common. There we go, our Onix. We needed that. Level 9. Level 9, that's pretty scary. I mean, we have 3 Pokemon level 10 or higher. I guess it's not that scary, but I still haven't reorganized his moves. Can he eat and absorb? Yeah, kind of. Kaza's holding an item. I didn't even check. Absorb was quad effective, so it was 80 power. And then stab. So 120. Wing attack 90, 45. We should be able to use wing attack. Yeah. Oh no, he's squeezed. Oh, that's right, he's been using Harden too. There's even less reason to be worried about using wing attack. He is really planning on doing some big damage. Just one more tackle, please. Nice, he's in the red. Now let's just throw this Dusk Ball. We're back up to 11 balls, feels good. There we go, Onix was easy. Speed of 50 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. And then a Scop Rope. Yeah, let's do these battles, get the experience. You know, the other Pokemon we have to catch is Ponyta and Kricketot, which is going to have to be its own separate adventure. Which is going to be a bummer. I was thinking about just adjusting the time on the computer, seeing if that works. And I guess when we're about to leave, I could switch the time, see if it's nighttime, and then go off that. Because after this, I'm going to have to go get my groceries. Should be organized and ready to go. And I'll probably go back to doing some of the Ruby and Sapphire. Because I'm really close to the end on that. It's like I'm in the section before Tate and Liza, and I'm just leveling Mons up. But I'm close to being done. I think it's like 35 more levels, something like that. So I should be done. Like, I could probably be done today, that section at least. And then normally what I've been doing is when I go to watch Monday Night Raw, I go to my my copy of Ultra Moon, and I do an SOS hunt. I'm trying to get a complete shiny living dex on there. So it doesn't take so long. It's like I just throw these in then while I'm watching Raw. Just to squeeze through them. Like, is, you know, catching a shiny Caterpie that exciting? No. So it's like, Yeah, show me how Rock Smash works, Rourke. We have to remember we have Rock Smash, so we can teach that to everybody for a strong attacking move. This is encounter number 40. Assuming my counting has been correct, which it very well might not be, but maybe it is. A potion, I don't care about that. Oh no, he snuck his Pokemon in the work. I feel like as an adult in today's world, I think about how AI is gonna like take all of our jobs and ruin everything. But I feel like Pokemon would do the same thing, right? Like this Geodude. You're telling me this Geodude can't just do this guy's job? I just don't believe that. Like, who is this guy? He's just some guy like, digging in a wall. Geodude could totally do that. I'm gonna try something. No, it doesn't do that. Interesting. 24 more levels for Lucky. I don't think this guy fights. So I think it was the last trainer battle. Literally the last one. What we should do, before we go outside, let me see. Clock. Maybe time. Date and time settings. Let's see if this works. Don't set time automatically. I don't want to synchronize my time. How do I just adjust it? I think I used Microsoft Edge for that. Change. There's a change option. So let me see if I change it to was it supposed to be night? I think night's like 9. Yeah, it did change it. If it's a nighttime outside, well, yeah, it is. So I guess we'll run back, get our Kricketot. Then I'll fix the time again. But it's just about, like, we gotta make sure we get that Kricketot. But I think Cricketot's in this grass. Maybe I'm delusional. Kricketot. No, not Cricketune, Kricketot. Bulbapedia. I should have checked to see what route this is. What, 207? Yeah, it is 207. Well, what's the encounter rate? 1 platinum, 10%. Ponyta's 15%. So we'll do that. Oh, it did finally clear the chat on the screen. Okay. There's no reason having the chat up there forever. The mindset was like, oh, it'll stay up there for a little bit, but I guess while we're doing this, we'll be grinding Wurmple. Zubat. This is why I didn't want to be training up here at night. But that does mean it works. We know for sure it works then. Now I wonder if I can do this with the Munchlax trees. Like I think I'm gonna test it when we get there, not do it, just test it once, see if it works. And then after that, we'll just do it regular. And I'll just sit here every morning before work, do one encounter, and be like, yeah, it's not it, and get angry. Okay, there's our Ponyta. Which is like the... I keep saying this is the worst part, this is the worst part, this is the worst part. But Ponyta evolves at level 40. It's definitely the most grind-intensive catch. I mean, maybe Magikarp is. I don't know. It's one of them. And he used Growl, so our attack went down. That's good. Okay, and we're gonna switch in Badoo to paralyze him. Paralyze her, I guess. I still haven't reorganized the moves or taken the item off of Kazaa. I mean, in the yellow, paralyzed, it should be an easy catch, I think. Okay. That is 14. As a newborn, it can barely stand. Mm-hmm. Just like real horses. Okay, now we're going for the Kricketot. No, not Machop, Kricketot. Like level 7, that's not too bad. And this will evolve him. So we'll be able to see if we have Kilcoon, Silcoon, or Cascoon. That's a big thing. Oh, they both leveled up. I'm just gonna bump this up to 15. Because no matter what, it's 15. I'm starting to get hungry. There's a Cascoon. Okay. Yo, he learned Harden. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Oh, go over there. What item is he holding? An Oranberry. Pog. Move Stun Spore. Move Growth. That's fine. That's all fine. Okay. Still need the Kricketot, though. I don't think Cascoon can actually beat a Geodude. There are a lot of mons in here that are, like, just not good. Oh, I'm sitting here looking at the time on my, like, how long I've been streaming for, because I told myself I'm only gonna stream for, like, 2-3 hours. And it says 9 hours, 47 minutes, and for a second I was like, what? Why did it glitch out? But it's going off the time on the computer. So I wonder what happens when I move it back. Is it just going to be like, oh, you've been streaming for 2 hours? Ponyta, that's cool. I want a lot of Ponytas, but I need Kricketot first. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do, I'll have, like while I'm grinding at the beginning, I'll probably put the bugs out first, just to clear them out. Because, like, level 10, I think even Cricketot's level 10, that's not too bad. I'll probably put Ponyta and Lucky in the middle, because they evolve so late. And then I'll probably have to keep Badoo and Zubat in the team for a long time. But it'll probably be Zubat and then Badoo, because I do need to level Zubat up. This is the fun part. And then I guess once I clear the bugs out, maybe I'll do like Abra and then Magikarp. Ugh. Can we just get this Kricketot, please? Because once we catch Kricketot, we're done catching, aside from any extra Wurmples we need. But we might not need any. We might just, have the best luck ever. It's possible. It's possible. Probably unlikely, because my luck's really shit, but... Oh, I guess that is the best spot for it. I'm using a Shiny Counter app on my phone to to track how many encounters we're at. And I keep forgetting to tally it, for one. But two, it's like, I was about to move the screen, because I have like Twitch up on there so I can watch what's going on. And then I realized it's like at the perfect spot because I can see the time. Like, oh, okay, I haven't clicked the button in 3 seconds now. So I can't really move it either. I definitely want to go at least 2 hours. Wow, that was literally just turn around. That's still not a Kricketot. Yeah, we're just gonna switch to train this Cascoon. Because even though Poison Sting and Stab, it's still only like 27. It's just not worth using. It's still not it. I mean, I guess my odds aren't that bad. Because I think it was, what, 10%? So it's still 1 out of 10. It just feels longer because I'm battling the Pokemon. Encounter 50. It's our Kricketot. Nice. It's already level 6. That's not too bad. I know he's going to use Bide. Oh. Sitting in this chair too long like messes my back up. Oh no, Bide. Honestly, Cascoon's probably the mon that's going to do the least amount of damage, so. Just want to be careful. We don't want to kill him. Oof, but it failed. Poor Kricketot. Oh, he has shed skin. Well, that definitely feels stupid now. Big damage. I think we just throw a ball. Nice. Okay, 16 of 36. 4 ninths. No nickname for that Kricketot. I used to have Kricketune as my my notification tune on my phone. Let's make sure we have everything we need to catch before I fix the time. Okay, move Pokemon. And then we're gonna go to the guide. Let me just make sure. We have a Starly, it's in the team. We have a Bidoof, it's in the box. We have Kricketot, we have Shinx, yep. We have Abra, we have Magikarp. Abra's in the team currently. We have Badoo, he's in the team. Zubat's in the team currently. Geodude, it's right there. We have Onix, we have Machop, we have a Psyduck, we have the Wurmple, and we have a Ponyta, and we obviously have a starter. So yeah, we have everything we need to have caught. Let me go back over here, set time automatically, and close that, because I don't like having my computer at the wrong time. Yeah, so we're going to continue operations. We're going to put Kaza in the box for a second. I guess we'll put in the other Wurmple. We'll do them first. Okay, so the team's gonna look like that for a second. Well, let's get out of the menu and then just, whoops, there's, gotta move the Onix. Because the Onix doesn't evolve, so you can just slide over here already. Everything else in here evolves. Yeah. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to do that. Okay. Tackle's an attacking move. We have to have Badoo and Zubat in the team for, because they're friendship evos. But Zubat is also a level Evo, so you'll also have to get into some battles. But I guess in theory we could send him up there, and if we battle like a Geodude, we can switch out to Pidoo. I don't know, we might just be doing this for friendship points right now. Oh yeah. The grind officially begins. It's a Ponyta. This is why I was like, it really depends if people are here. Because these moments are going to be so boring. So boring. And normally when I do Professor Oak's challenges, I turn on YouTube. And part of the reason I came back to streaming is I feel like nothing is on YouTube anymore. Like, it's probably just the YouTube algorithm being so shit. But like, you just sit there and you just like mindlessly click through everything. Like, I don't watch movies. It suggests me movies all the time. And the other day I realized, I'm like, it's probably doing that because it's going, well, all the videos we're suggesting he's removing. It's like, well, if you suggest a good video, I'm going to watch it, but you don't. I'm sure there are good content creators out there. I'm not saying they're all bad. But it definitely feels like it's gotten worse over the years. Just the algorithm. Where every once in a while it'll like pull a gem out and I'm like, yeah, you still can do it, but most of the time it's just gonna suggest the same boring crap. Oh, whoops. Okay, only one more level for Cascoon. I forgot how obnoxious the organizing of the team is. At least from the box. But the first stream will probably be halfway done. That's kind of wild. And then it'll take like a month to do the next half. But I was thinking it could be kind of cool if, you know, I use this file as like an actual file, which sounds really stupid when I say it like that, but like in my head I'm thinking like, okay, we're gonna do a shiny hunt after we finish section 1. But what if we're also, let's just see how much poison this thing does. It did nothing. Yikes. Let's see how much tackle does. But I'm thinking it might also be interesting if I used it in like for Safari Week. Maybe I did it like if we got there in time. It was in June, so we really might not. But having like a Safari Zone file going and all that, which I guess would be Great Marsh, and the Great Marsh sucks. That's something I remember not liking about this Professor Oak's challenge, was the Great Marsh. Can we just get the poison again? Please. Poison, poison, please. Stop not poisoning him, just poison him. Okay, he's lured me 3 times. I'm not gonna let you die just for the sake of pretending like we could beat this. I think I said my groceries we picked up at 4. So I think I'm gonna go another hour. I think. Maybe what I'll do is I'll stop at when the timer's at 2:30. That way, like the power goes out or something, I can just go, okay, I was at 2 hours, 2.5 hours. That's another encounter. But it's interesting because, like, I know I have a Reddit account and I'm on the Professor Oak's Challenge subreddit. People were asking if people do this, and I'm like, I just can't imagine people doing this, and here I am doing it. But I guess it makes sense, because like if you're watching the content, it's not like if you're doing a Professor Oak's challenge, watching it during it would be, I'm not saying entertaining, it'd be something. And seeing somebody else go through the same grind that you're going through. I keep forgetting the tally. Like, normally if I'm playing on the computer, I'm not tallying anything. No, I'll probably have to charge my phone after this, too. I have a Flip. I can't remember if it's Flip 6 or Flip 7. That's so great. I literally have my phone, like, angled up so I can watch the screen. I'd put a YouTube video down here and watch it if I wanted to. It would be a really stupid idea, because it probably wouldn't be very interesting, but it could be an option. I can put on AGDQ right now, because I think AGDQ is going at this moment. I know this morning they were supposed to be doing a Final Fantasy X run, because I saw that. I'm like, it's 7 in the morning? I'm not going to wake up early for that. I'll wake up early for nothing, not even for work. If I can stay in bed, I'm staying in bed. But then last night, I just could not fall asleep anyway. You ever have those moments where, like, you feel like you're dreaming? Like, your, like, brain is, like, doing these, like, random scenarios that, like, feel like dreams, but you know you're still awake. Like, I'm like, I know the position I'm laying in my... I didn't sleep on the bed. I slept on my my recliner. But, like, I know the position I'm in, so I know I'm still awake. My brain is just going, and it's like, ugh. Just so much. I wish there was, like, a button. You could just, like, press the button on yourself, and you just fall asleep. But, like, I screwed myself. I took a nap yesterday because I was at work. So when I left work, I took a nap. And that definitely messed myself up. It messed me up. Can you believe English is my primary language? Could you imagine if that button click counted as a B? So we have Dustox. 17 of 36. It's on the move Confusion. Oh, it's so slow. Get rid of Harden. Not that I think I'm going to use Dustox, but... God, that is so slow. Okay. No, not the old Rod. My guy's just a fishing fanatic. He wants to fish everywhere. I guess we could... Oh, that would be a waste of experience. I was like, we could use Dustox to get more experience. It's like, no, that'd be stupid. Because then we're just wasting half the experience we're getting. We want to see if we have a Silcoon. If we have a Silcoon, we're in, like, a really good spot. Because then it's like, we don't have to worry about catching more Wurmples. Because last time I know I had to, and it was very obnoxious. Like, running back, because they're not available over here, so you have to run back over to Jubilife. And then I think they're only in the morning, something like that. So it was like, oh, then I had to worry about all that. Granted, I guess with the cheese, it doesn't really matter. But, nice, a Ponyta. I'm gonna drink some water. Lucky needs to level up a few times. Him almost killing things in one hit, but not quite doing it, is very annoying. Okay, level 5, that's Poison Sting, yep. We're gonna spend like half an hour getting these Wurmples up. Ugh. Maybe I shouldn't have put Starly in the box yet, because then Starly could be killing these Machops with Wing Attack. But, oh well. Maybe I should switch to Pound, because I think Machop has high special defense. Yeah, if Lucky faints, we're kind of screwed. I mean, I guess Badoo could fight something, but... Okay, Lucky's gonna level up. Gang, gang. A little stronger. Another Machop. I guess we're running like right in the middle of the grass, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, nobody else can really fight. Maybe starting with the bugs wasn't the correct play. But the mindset was like, get the bugs out of here. Because like training the bugs sucks. Level 6, good, good, good. Only need one more level. And we forgot Rock Smash. Wow, literally no one can learn it. Okay. I guess I didn't forget. I was just being big-brained. And I knew that there wasn't going to be an opportunity. Nobody was going to learn it. But I was trying to think of ways to make, like, this moment entertaining, where I'm just, like, sitting here grinding. And I was like, it's going to take a little while. Maybe people will show up. But it is what it is. Like, without having an episode up already, like, there's no way anybody from YouTube is going to come over. And I haven't told any of my friends that I'm doing this, so it's just, like, random chance that somebody comes over. We're gonna... Yeah, I'm like, we're gonna use a potion. Let's just run to the Pokemon Center. We're right here. One thing that's a little obnoxious is that you get the bike. Like, I don't want to say late. You don't get it late. With it being after the second part, it's like just far enough away. Like, you really wish that you would get it in the first part. And what we're gonna do, even though it makes sense to start getting Ponyta this experience, because I'm like switch training, I'm not gonna be using him. So first off, let's slap Dustox in there. And then we'll bring Ponyta in here. Bring Starly along. And I guess Kricketot. And move Abra over here. Almost try to fish in the building again. Kricketot there. Starly there. Lucky there. Okay. We just gotta really hope that this Wurmple is a Silcoon. I really don't feel like going over there. Like, we only have like 8 or 9 balls. Granted, we could buy more. So I guess it's not as big a deal as I'm thinking, but... Do I feel like going to grab more balls? No, not really. And then it becomes this thing of like going back and catching like 2 Wurmples, and then bringing them back here to grind them up a little bit, just to evolve them and find out that they're Cascoons. I feel like Wurmple's very cool, like a cool idea from like a casual playthrough. Like, you catch one, you don't know what you're gonna get, and maybe you get, you know, a Beautifly. Then, you know, your buddy gets a Dustox, and you're like, how'd you get that? And they're like, oh, I got it from my Wurmple. And you're like, no, Wurmple evolves into this. And then you both learn a little bit about Pokemon that day. And have branching evolution paths. And that's so exciting. We're also excited to learn about that. Well, that's interesting. It was only 8 minutes to do the reset for the Better Trainer ID. Like, in my head, it took way longer than that. But from a perspective of, like, doing a Professor Oak's challenge, Wurmple's kind of a pain. Like, at least if we could go into the forest, we'd be fine. Okay. Let's see if we get Silcoon or Cascoon. Come on, Silcoon. Big money, no whammies. That looks like Silcoon. I think that's Silcoon, actually. Are we really that lucky? Are we really? That's Silcoon, let's go. Also, can we be really honest for a second? Oh, real fast. We're halfway. We're halfway there. But, Suicune and Cascoon are like the lamest Pokemon. If they would have done the evolutionary line instead of like how random it is currently, if they would have just done it by gender, or even then they could just do it like the way they do Shellos. But I guess Shellos, like where you caught it affects what it evolves into. They should be the same Pokemon. They're the same Pokemon. Like they look the exact same, just slightly different. And I mean slightly different. Get that Machop right up out of here. That's an encounter. Ponyta. It took me until like a few years ago to realize that it's Ponyta, like the Spanish word for beautiful. Like, because that's bonita. And it's like, wow, that's... It's interesting how much the Gen 1 English names were affected by Spanish. Because even then you have like the Nidoran line, obviously. Right, Nidorina, Nidorino. And then you have the birds, you know, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres with the numbers at the end. Uno, dos, tres. I'm sure there's more. I'm just not a Spanish speaker, so I don't know. But it's interesting how much that was a thing, and then they like stopped doing that. Like, I can't think of any from like Gen 4 that are clearly Spanish based, which I guess like makes sense, but still interesting when you think about it. Or maybe it's only interesting when I think about it. Maybe you guys should think about it a different way. I don't know. This is a nice encounter right here. 69. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I thought we'd be way higher in encounters. When I was doing Crystal, I actually sat there with a manual hand counter, and I hand count every encounter to see like, oh, how many does it take? And what are the odds that I would find a shiny in this window? So it is kind of interesting that like we're at 69 right now. Granted, we are nowhere near close to being done. Even if it says 18 of 36, we are not close. But it's still interesting that it would be relatively low. Like we're probably gonna finish it. I'm gonna guess 4,000 encounters. It'll be interesting because then we're just gonna have to sit here and just like run back and forth for shinies. But I think that'll be cool, doing like a shiny badge quest with it. Which I guess I'm kind of like not following the rules of because I didn't go for the starter, but doing the briefcase hunt seems miserable for one. And then right behind it, like for it to be the first part of this, I don't think it would work. Granted, I say that no one's watching, so it probably wouldn't have mattered. Where like, if I just had, you know, sat here for 4 hours and done that 100 times, or probably 200 times, you know, it probably wouldn't have changed anything, but still. I don't know. Like, doing the starter hunts is miserable. But then again, I guess doing here is going to be awkward, too, because it's going to be, like, Geodude or Ponyta, which aren't going to help us. I mean, I guess Ponyta would help us in the second gym. I don't know. Machop's not bad, but I don't know. I don't remember liking a shiny. We're really putting the switch training out front. That might not be the best move. Now maybe I should have done like mons that can actually defend themselves first and then switch to the switch training. So that way like the switch training mons like Lucky could be at a higher level right now, so he wouldn't be as in danger all the time. But I was just thinking, let's get these awful mons out of the way first. No beef against any of them. This is not the fun way to train them. But I mean, he's already level 8. It's really not going that slow. What I should have done is maybe downloaded just an auto counter, but I was like, you know, I could just use the app on my other phone. And I could just point it at the screen. I guess that would have been an option, yeah. Because I could have just set it up over here and then had it go. Yeah, that might be the play going into the next stream. Maybe. Because I don't have to worry about sitting here counting. Because I sit here and I keep looking at him like, am I counting wrong? Maybe I should just bust out a piece of paper. I watched a stream the other day where a guy was using a piece of paper to count his encounters. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, there are apps that do this. Which, I guess, is probably what's wrong with society, right? But ain't nobody care. If somebody wants to use a piece of paper or an app, it doesn't matter. I just don't like the idea of having to pick up a pencil over and over again. I'm not a big fan of that life. And then Kricketot has nothing too. Oh, like his bide. Let me see what level is he. Level 10. Apparently level 10. I mean, that's really not that bad. Just a ways away. After doing 2 level 10 switch train grinds too. And there's gonna be Abra and Magikarp after this. But I mean, I guess in theory it just gets him out of the way. Like a Ponyta grind won't be as bad. It'll be long. It'll be much longer. But it'll learn like 4 attacking moves and be able to kill things. It'll just be like mind-numbing, like just go. Just go. Pack a new move, let's go. Get rid of Growl. The reason we're getting rid of Growl instead of Water Sport, even though I keep complaining about how much I hate Water Sport and Mud Sport and all the sport moves, but the reason is that Growl has more PP. Sometimes I get lazy and I don't feel like going to the menu to switch around moves. So having the option to just be like, whatever, I'll just run out of PP is an option I like having. Sometimes I just wait it out and then struggle to death. But isn't that what life is all about? Struggling? It's a very dark comment, but... Another Geodude. I feel like the encounter has been very heavy Geodude. But, well, I guess he's probably a more common encounter. I'll have to look to see where I'd want to shiny hunt anyway. Yeah, I guess in theory it's like here or north of Jubilife, and that's not very interesting either. I'm just like, do I really want another Geodude? But maybe I do. Let's just tackle this Machop. I think we can kill it. Yeah, critical hit. This Silcoon's like, why haven't you been trusting me to battle? And I'm like, because you're a Silcoon. We outsped this turn? What? What? Silcoon, what are you doing over there? I remember when I was playing Legends Arceus, which is a game I just did not enjoy, by the way. But doing the challenges for Silcoon and Cascoon sucked. Okay. Puts us at 19. 19 of 36. Ain't that wild. I guess it's not that crazy, but like it still feels kind of crazy. If you would have told me at the start of the stream, we're gonna have 19 of them done, I've been like, ain't no way. Absorb, we're not doing that. Okay, we're gonna run to the Pokemon Center, deposit our Beautifly, and bring in the next subject. Which I guess we're still doing the switch training. Is probably Abra. Because Abra will be pretty quick. I think it's boosted experience. That's at least something. Oh. Yeah, it's wrong button. Maybe I should actually put in a... Oh, he's holding an Everstone. Huh. That's kind of cool. Putting him there. I want the Switch Train Magikarp. But then everybody after that can at least defend themselves. So... that won't be too bad, I guess. I can't imagine why I can't use that here. I might as well just leave the Badoo and the Zubat in that spot. Like every time I'm like, I have to switch them into the correct order, and it's like, why? And they're not gonna be doing any battling anyway. Okay. 81 encounters and we have 19 Pokemon. Isn't that wild? That like that math doesn't feel right. But I guess it makes sense. We battled all the trainers, so. At some point I should probably consider buying more balls. Just in case. We got lucky with the... Not with lucky, but with having the Silcoon. That's such a relief. You guys just don't even know. Unless you're doing one of these right now. If you're doing one of these right now, realistically, you're not in the Twitch chat because it's just me. But you should put that in the YouTube comment and be like, hey, I'm doing one of these too. And I understand how annoying that Wurmple thing can be. That'd actually be kind of cool. If you're watching on YouTube and you sat here for almost 2.5 hours, you should really come over to the Twitch. And you should actually just like, comment the video too. Or subscribe. You should subscribe. There we go. You should like the video, comment on the video, subscribe, and then maybe even come over to the Twitch. I'm not Twitch affiliate right now, so there's no ads or anything. You just be coming over here to vibe. Even if you just wanted to come over and just put it on, not do anything. That could be a good way to kill some time. Especially if you're doing one of these. Where like all you're doing is just running back and forth. But you at least get to see the excitement of me running back and forth too. Which is very, very exciting, I know. But I'm like, I wonder if this is like feasible to be entertaining at least. Or is it just no matter what gonna be a boring slog? Wow, he didn't kill him. What the heck? I think no matter what, it's gonna be set to be a boring slog, but we'll see. Double team? I mean, I like double team, but it has less PP than Growl. That's a good enough reason for me. My Kricketot seems to be leveling up fast. I wonder if he's in a different experience group. And Wurmple, maybe a faster one. I think Starly Evolves at 14, actually. Because I think they have him early. It's at 14 and 34, I think. It's pretty weird when you think about it. I mean, it's not really that weird. It's just kind of a thing, if you think about it. Maybe what I'll do is make it nighttime and then hunt here, because the odds of having a Kricketot, a Zubat. I mean, Zubat's cool. I guess that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, what am I shiny hunting? Currently, I'm not shiny hunting anything. Though I do have a shiny bingo board that's just vibing in my phone. Which I don't know. I think I already have 2 of them. And just part of it is like getting to the spot in the game where I can do the other hunts. Like I have a spot for Articuno from Dynamax Adventures. So I had to find an Articuno in the Dynamax Adventures. And that in itself took some time. But I did find it. Now I just have to find him shiny. I'm hoping I get some friends who are like willing to put up with it. Because low-key what I was doing it like every morning on my days off and just grinding through it. But I think I made 6 Articuno encounters. But like the NPCs they give you are so bad. Like they go in there and they're like acupressure, acupressure, acupressure. And I'm like, stop using acupressure. The Dynamax Pokemon is going to like and destroy all that. It's like you're sitting there doing that. You're just wasting your turns. Just attack. There was one I did, and it wasn't a Butterfree. It was one of those like early bug types. And they kept spamming Rage Powder. And we were battling a fire type. And I'm like, why are you doing this? You are literally just killing yourself. Like, why don't you use a different move? Like, you could just attack it. You could put it to sleep. I don't know, just something. But they just kept spamming Rage Powder. And we lost. And by we, I mean me and the 3 NPCs. It's like Dynamax Adventures. Like, I just wish the AI was a little better. Like, I get it can't be perfect AI, and there's no reason to do it. It's just like guarantees. But it just feels like they do dumb things all the time. Which I guess is probably by design, but it just gets very annoying. That's why I can't just sit there and do it, and then it takes so long. It takes like 20-30 minutes to do a round. So it's like for a while I was doing it while I was doing hunts on the I was doing a friend safari hunt. So I was just like running back and forth, but then that happened too fast. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm I don't knowing anyway. You ever think the shadow under Ponytail's weird? Why is it a circular shadow? It shouldn't be a circle. Why give it a shadow if it's gonna be bad like that? Do other Pokemon have shadows? That might be a stupid question. I don't remember seeing any shadows under other Pokemon. I'm sure they must. But I just don't remember them. I guess Machop has a shadow, yeah. Oh, this is the last battle for Kricketot. Let's go. Kricketot was very fast. Like, it must be in a different experience group, or level up group. Or maybe it's just that our mons are getting stronger, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. What? Like, what? What? Nice, 20 of 36. Was that like 5/9? Look at that Kricketune. Kricketune so cool. I know he's not forgotten because like people remember him for his like noise he makes, his call. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but he just looks cool. It's a very well-built design. Okay. If you haven't been able to tell, I get a little OCD about how I organize my boxes. So it's like by level. So like Onix doesn't evolve or can't yet. And then it's all level 10. Let's see, 1,000. Yeah, Krickettoon's only 580. Wow. That is definitely different. Do I really want to put Magikarp in next? No, I don't think I should. I think I should put somebody else in. And then go to him. This side I get Water Gun? No, all he has is Scratch. I mean, Bidoof's a low-level evolution. We'll put him in the team. Okay, gotta move that Machop over. Machop, low-key, might be the answer for what to use next. No, I keep hitting start. We've resorted our team. I do get a little obsessive with that, don't I? And I don't think Abra will be able to evolve by the end of the stream. But yeah, I think 7 more minutes, and we'll call it there. Which I feel like we've made like a decent bit of progress. I guess it'll probably be later on where it's like, oh, nothing is happening. Because literally nothing will be happening then. Where it's like, oh, we got Ponyta 2 levels this stream. I'll have to check. See if they need substitutions on my order. I've mentioned it a few times, but I've ordered groceries. I'm getting them after the stream. But for whatever reason, every time they always run out of something. Always. Like the one time they ran out of almond milk. And they're like, there's nothing that we can substitute this with. And I'm like, what about milk? Did you think about milk? Milk could probably substitute in for almond milk. Like, I get they're probably going, like, maybe he's allergic, maybe he's lactose intolerant, which I think low-key, like, everybody is, so who cares? But it's like, you could have reached out and told me. I just don't see how it's not one of the options. They're just like, there's no way this man wants milk. I had a bunch of cereal. I'm trying to eat cereal. I found it's very useful for money purposes and grocery purposes and all that. They just order the bulk cereal in little containers. And it's like a nice little dinner, snack, breakfast thing, whatever you want to call it. Like, okay, I'm going to have 2 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And you know immediately like the calorie count of it and everything. So it's beneficial. When you don't have milk, you can't do that. You know, part of me, like, low-key, like, I'm kind of, like, vibing right now. Maybe I will go for 3 hours. Because we're kind of in that, like, smooth spot. There's, like, levels to training Pokemon where, like, in this batch of levels, they kill everything in one hit, so it doesn't really matter. Like, that's the fun part of, like, Section 1 of Professor Oak challenges. Because they always get to that point, and then it's just like, okay, I got 4 moves, I can kill 100 Mons. Malkasa's level 9. Yeah, it makes way more sense to do the traded Abra than catching one yourself. Limited funds. Because I think last time I kept trying to catch him. I was like save resetting. I was like running in the grass until I found him. And then he would break out and I'd be like, profanity. And then you have to go through it all again. You know, turn it off, turn it back on. You know, I think I'll go with the 2.5 hours. I'll just call it there. Instead of like getting to that point where I'm irritated by doing it for too long. But then again, if we go a little longer, Piplup might evolve. Maybe I'll just throw Piplup in all the battles and then evolve him anywhere. It's interesting that they still move even when you turn animations off. Because I'm pretty sure in Heart Gold Soul Silver they don't. I have been dual hunting on there. And so sometimes you have to time it up. One's in English, one's in Japanese. So sometimes you have to like wait for the English copy to catch up. But I realized because like the English copy is what I'm playing through, like the one I'm putting all the shinies on. The one day I was like, oh, I left the animations on. That's why the English copy was so far behind. So it definitely does in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Like it turns off the animations when you do that. So it's interesting it doesn't on Platinum. Okay, that should be our evolution. Let's bump this 20 up to 21. 1. Only 15 more. And I guess we'll run into one more battle. Oh, that's right. He learns Metal Claw at leveling at evolution. Get rid of that water sport. Gotta get that extra PP. And I think we'll do 2 more battles because then we'll be at 100 battles. It'll be like very nice to like wrap it up in that way. You see what I'm saying? Abra's still moving. Why is he still moving? Okay. Fainted. Quick encounter, quick encounter. Perfect, that's an encounter 100. Which I feel like the timing just doesn't line up. 100 encounters in 2.5 hours is kind of wild. But this way, when I come back to it, if I come back to it, I can just be like, oh, I was 2.5 hours in, and then just set the timer from there and go. So. Nice. Okay. Settings, I probably should have just mapped a pause button. But I didn't. I'll use decimal. We're gonna pause our timer there. So I'm gonna go ahead and save. I gotta click back in the box. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube and you've enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe. Probably don't share. Probably sharing isn't gonna accomplish anything, right? But you should also just come over to the Twitch and vibe here, because then you can comment and I'll respond to you because I got nothing better to do. Yeah, could be fun. But yeah, I appreciate you spending the time watching the video. And until next time.